So we're joined by Mike Foyle just before we go into Rio nightclub for a banging set here on a Saturday. Long trip in. Even though it only appeared to be, 3 hours, technically it's still more like 8.
It was 8.5-ish. But it's nothing compared to what I did a couple of weeks ago, because I went to Mexico, which was like 18 hours or something with 2 connections. So it's not too bad.
Is that the worst thing about DJing, all the travel and the layovers? And
traveling's all good, but when you're on your own, it's a bit much. It can kind of weigh you down a bit. Like, I'm quite tired right now. I think get some Red Bulls and I'll be fine. But it's all worth it in the end. I mean, not many people get a chance to see the world, so can't complain.
Is there something that you'd love to do that you would, drop DJing or production for if you could do that for the rest of your life?
Maybe
besides porn star,
become an astronaut, possibly. Or no, I don't think I would ever drop it unless I had to, unless it physically wore me down or I wasn't making enough money off it. I think apart from that, I can't see any reason why I would ever stop, because it's great fun.
Do you have any worries about your hearing?
Yeah, I have. I used to have earplugs and I lost them, so I'm gonna have to get some more. But it does concern me. Like, I played at this festival a couple of weeks ago. He's got some. Yeah, I played at this festival a couple of weeks ago, and the monitors didn't work, so I had to have the headphones really, really loud, and it just destroys your ears. For like the next 3 days, my ears were ringing, and it's quite scary.
Now, explain to me this festival. You said the Acapulco Music Festival.
Yeah, I don't know how much I should say, but it was a bit of a mess. Really bad organisation. I had a really, really, really good weekend and met loads of people, loads of DJs who I've sort of talked to over the years via email and stuff, but not had the chance to meet yet. So in the networking respect, it was really good, but in terms of the organisation, it was the biggest joke I've ever seen, quite possibly. It was, not particularly impressive.
Is that the worst thing you've ever run across to DJing with? Yeah,
absolutely, by far. And a lot of the DJs said the same. It was, the organisation was all over the place. There was at one point nobody in charge of the main stage, so the DJs pretty much just did what they wanted. There was a crowd. They had spent loads of money on the stages, loads of money on the DJs, and then just forgot to organise it pretty much. So yeah, exactly. It was the biggest mess I've seen so far.
Was there a time when you're playing and then it just kind of clicked in? It's like, hey, I'm playing here, opening for this guy or closing for this guy.
Yeah, there was one particular one right at the beginning of my career when I played at Slinky, which is like a big UK promotion, and it wasn't, in hindsight, it wasn't a massive gig, but for me then it was a big opportunity, and I was there on the stage and there were thousands of people and I was like, wow, what's this? What am I doing? This is crazy. But so that's probably the most memorable one.
Where would you like to go that you haven't had a chance to?
I'd like to go to Australia. Really like to go to Australia. I've never been. I think some kind of week-long tour or something over there would be really cool. I've seen lots of other artists, like Mark Sherry's been there a couple of times recently. Leon Bolier's just got back from Australia, so I think it's my turn.
Now, you said you're single, but sort of single.
I am single, yeah, but there's a girl in England that I'm kind of seeing a little bit of at the moment.
So she should stop listening right now from what we're going on to. Where do you think the best girls are?
Where are we going now? Okay, the best girls. I've always been a fan of Eastern European girls. Big fan of Eastern European girls. Tend to like Czech Republic, places like that. Finnish girls as well. Very good looking, and Russian.
Can they be fake or do they have to be real?
They have to be real. Absolutely, yeah. I'd rather have not much but real than too much fake.
Have you had the DJ challenged before?
Elaborate.
Well, it happens when you're playing, and the idea is not to train wreck or to skip a beat. Well, you're being serviced, I guess to say.
No, not in my career so far. Have you?
I can't say I have, no.
Okay, no, me neither. Maybe one day.
Maybe he's laughing here because he had it twice on the same day. And he doesn't even DJ. If you had a chance to tell one person that they should probably just retire and hang everything up, who do you think it would be?
Oh dear, wow, what an awkward question. I don't know. George Bush? Maybe? I really don't know. Can't answer that question without offending anyone, I don't think.
Who do you see as the next upcoming producer?
I'm a massive fan of Leon Bollier right now, and I think he's very, very underrated. His productions are just top class, extremely well produced, very, very unique. I think he's got big things coming. He's already doing a lot better than I didn't even realise how well he was doing until I sort of talked to him the other day. But he's going to be big, I'm sure of it.
Who haven't you met that you'd like to meet?
Not really sure. I've met quite a few people. In the industry. I'd like to meet Ferry Corsten properly because I've sort of talked to him briefly, but I've not really had a proper chat with him. And he's one of the people who kind of got me into trance in the first place. So it would be nice to sort of have a proper chat with him sometime. But apart from that, I'm not really sure. I can't think of it because I don't really know him on a personal level. I've just sort of chatted to him a couple of times. So yeah, Ferry Corsten probably.
Well, I ran into him last week and I asked him if he had a panda bear. What he would call the panda bear and would he shave it? What would you call your panda bear and would you shave it?
I'm a massive fan of animals, so I wouldn't shave it. I might, give it a bow or something. And I'd probably call it Lucy, maybe, if it was a girl. If it was a boy, then Bruce, I think.
If your panda bear had to fight someone else's panda bear, who would you put it against?
I'd put it against your panda bear, I reckon.
Oh, my panda bear's named Killer, so I think you're screwed for that one.
Well, we'll see. My panda bear's quiet but confident.
Maybe Bruce is a form of something else, yeah, so. What do you have in your record box that you want to play tonight?
You have to wait and see. I've got loads of stuff. I've got kind of quite a big variety of techie stuff, melodic stuff, trancey stuff, banging techno stuff. Got one of the tracks on your label, the Red Bull, was it Brian Baker, which, like I said to you earlier, is awesome, and I'll be sure to play that towards the end of the track. And this chap Tom's just come round. Tom Seller dropped off a new track of his, so I'll be playing that as well. He's just literally sat here right now in the hotel room. so yeah, you can wait and see apart from that.
And just wrapping things up, you've been here now to Toronto, you've been out west to Vancouver and so on. Somewhere in Canada you'd like to check out other than that?
I'd like to check out like Newfoundland, right on the so that would be the east coast, wouldn't it? Yeah, because I've been to the west coast now, kind of been, this is more kind of central eastern, isn't it? But yeah, I'd like to check out the east coast, I think. My first experience in the Rockies, I came sort of not face to face, but pretty much face to face with a grizzly bear, which was awesome. So yeah, it's all about that kind of wildlife and
you lived? Well, you're going to run into a newfie there too, so watch out. They're probably worse than a grizzly bear at times.
Dogs?
No, the people.
Oh, the people, okay.
Well, one of those newfies will give you a scrap for sure anyways, so if you're looking for a fight, you know where to find one. All right, well, with that, we'll finish up and we'll head on out to Rio and look forward to a banging night.
Cool, looking forward to it. Hi, this is Mike Foyle and you're listening to Amplified Radio with DJ Amp. Hi, I'm Mike Foyle and this is my latest track on Amplified Radio.